wrong. I shared wrong screen. Okay, so I repeat once again. This is a Fourier series of a function. Okay, so this Fourier series we have explained last class. It contains a constant term a naught by 2 and a cosine terms. So all this second term, the coefficient of an, likewise they are cosine terms, and the coefficient of bn or the third last term, that is sine term. So sine terms or coefficient of bn is or coefficient of an is cosine terms. So we have a constant. The first one a naught by 2 is a constant, or also known as a mean term. Okay, mean. This is a mean. So now if we can write this a naught also we can take, a naught by 2 also we can take inside the cosine term, because when if I run summation n from 1 instead of 1 to infinity, so if I write f of x, that is equal to n from 0 to infinity an cos 2n pi x by t in plus summation n from 1 to infinity bn sine 2n pi x by t. So this is also a way we can express a Fourier series. In some books they started with n from 0 to infinity also. So in this case the Euler formulae are that we get. So since when you integrate by multiplying cos 2n pi x both sides and those calculations, there is a separate term for n is equal to 0. So that is 4 by t. Instead of 2 by t we get 4 by t. Sorry. So that is f of x is equal to, sorry, a naught, I'll write directly a naught in that case if you take that. So what I mean to tell you is, so a naught is also a coefficient of cosine terms. This also I mean to tell, this also will belong to the cosine term. So with some denominator is different, so that will take care in this a naught calculation. So don't worry about that. Why I mean to, what is the mean of this? What I mean is, so this cos function, the cos function is a cosine term, is an even function, right? Whereas sine term is an odd function. So sine is odd, cosine is even. So knowing this result will help to reduce the calculation. That means if I want to express any function f of x, which is maybe a even function, which is maybe an odd function, maybe neither even nor odd, so that is neither even nor odd. So there are three types of functions we have discussed. So if it is even, what is that means? If it is even, the sine terms is 0. That means sine, coefficient of sine is 0. So I can say bn is 0. If the function, given function is even, I can directly write the coefficient of bn is 0. If the given function is odd, what I mean, I will get only the cosine terms. If it is even, I will get only cosine terms. I didn't get any sine terms, right? So that is the case, bn is 0. If it is odd, I only get a sine term. I only get sine terms. So in other words, I can write a naught and an, both are 0. A naught and an. So both are 0 here. If it is an odd function, if f of x is odd, I can reduce the calculation. I can reduce, no need to calculate. If it is an odd function, I can directly say a naught and an both are 0. If it is an even function, I can directly say bn is 0. So that means for even, I don't want this to calculate. For odd, I don't want these two functions calculation. I can directly say. because I know that yeah, I know how to compute even and odd functions. So to reduce the calculation time, this will help you in for the further calculations. Okay, so that is one useful results. Okay, I hope this is you have noted. And next is, so is any doubt? So we have noticed the last class about results also we have gone through. Please note this result. That means if it is an even function, the integration in the interval minus c to c, what is the result? If it is an odd function, what is the result? So if it is an even function, the integration from minus c to c f of x dx is 2 times integration 0 to c f of x dx. If it is an odd function, the area bounded by that function is 0. So for example, if you take a simple, I already explained this, if you take a simple f of x is equal to x. If f of x is equal to x, it is odd function. Everyone, you can easily say it is an odd function. So the graph of odd function is this is your x. So about origin, yeah. Suppose if you take an interval, say c to c minus c to plus c. So the area bounded between these two, this what is the area? If you say it is a1, and definitely the area bounded in the interval 0 to minus c is minus a1. If you add these two to get total area from interval minus c to c, we get a 0. So total area for this function is 0. So that's a simple graphical way of analyzing this function. So that is the result. Please note this result. Now, so as I explained, Fourier series of odd and even functions. So this is already given the same things what I explained. If the function is defined on the interval minus c to c and it is even, so f of x is even in the interval minus c to c, then the Fourier series of that function f of x contains only cosine terms. So that means for an even function we have only cosine terms. In other words, there is no sine term. So that we can say if a coefficient of sine is 0, in other words, so that is Bn is 0. And if the function f of x defined in the interval minus c to c and it is odd function, so that f of x is odd, then the Fourier series of f of x contains only sine terms. It contains only sine terms. So in other words, the cosine terms are zeros. So we can say a0 and an are zeros. For odd function, a0 and an 0. For even function, bn is 0. So please note this results. If you remember these two results, you can save so many a lot of time in the calculation. Okay, so please note these two results. Next one is the simple, we'll take a problems, we'll find a Fourier series of a given function. So that means, so as a calculation, all it is requires just finding an integration of a given function with the cosine and sine. If it is neither even nor odd, if it is even, only cosine terms f of x into cos. If it is an odd function, only sine term, that is f of x into sine. That we have to integrate in the interval, given interval. Okay, so I hope you are clear in this, how it is. I have explained how it is 0 and all those things. So now we take an example. So please, I request you calculate simultaneously you take a notebook and pen, take down this problem, determine the Fourier series for the function f of x is equal to x by 2 in the interval 0 to 2 pi, and it is defined f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. So this means f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. This means the function is periodic. This means the function is periodic with period 2 pi. So here period is 2 pi. Okay. 2 pi is the period that is given. So just I want to collect whatever it is given. So given f of x, that is equal to x by 2, and period t is 2 pi, because from this itself we can easily note what is the period. So period is given, function is given, and the interval, what actually we have taken an interval c to c plus t. So c to c plus t is the interval. The definition of Fourier series we defined in the interval c to c plus t. So here the given interval is 0 comma 2 pi. Okay, here period is 2 pi and c is 0. So if you know map this, we get c value is 0 and t is 2 pi. So that means we have the Fourier series. So now I just to ask you, in this interval 0 to 2 pi, is the function is even or odd? So just calculate. So since we have only this positive interval, so what is happens, the graph of this function, if you draw another graph of this function, so 0 to 2 pi, so I'll take 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, and so on. So 0 to 2 pi, it is a x by 2. So linear x, we have a x term, it is linear x by 2. So at 2 pi we have pi. So y value, f of x value at 2 pi is pi. So this is y and this is x. So if you draw, it is a linear. So this goes to passing through the origin, and this is what the linear function with 2 pi. Okay. So now, so next what is next graph? Since it is a periodic functions, again from 2 pi to 4 pi, it is a straight line again. Again from 4 pi to 6 pi, straight line. Okay. So we get only this type of graph. So if I expand in a negative directions, so let me take minus 2 pi. So I wish to draw like minus 4 pi. So what is the graph of minus 2 pi to 0? Again it is a straight line like this. Again this is a straight line. Okay. So almost this range value is pi. So if you see this, is it a even or odd? The graph, if you want to look into the graph, and can you say there is even or odd? It's not symmetric about origin, it is not symmetric about y-axis. The function is in this interval for a period, for a given period, it is neither even nor odd. So this function, so from the graph itself we can verify, I mean whether it is a graph from the graph or from the mathematical expressions, and whichever you want to check, you take it is. So this is the nature of the graph, or so from that definition it is shows that neither even nor odd. Okay. So now if it is neither even nor odd, I want to find, so determine the Fourier series of a function. I want to find a Fourier series. So that means we have this function f of x Fourier series. F of x is equal to a naught by 2 plus a naught by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity a n cos 2n pi x by t plus summation n from 1 to infinity bn sine 2n pi x by t. Okay, so this is the series, it is up to infinity. Now we have a naught. So definition of a naught is 2 by t integration c to c plus t f of x with respect to x, and an similarly an is 2 by t integration c to c plus t f of x into cos of 2n pi x by t dx. And similarly we have bn equals 2 by t integration from c to c plus t, sorry, not, this is f of x into sine 2n pi x by t into dt, sorry, dx. Okay, so now we need to integrate this, just so now it is a integration. So now since we have seen it is neither even nor odd, we have to calculate a naught, an, bn. So these three we need to calculate. Then only if I substitute a naught, an, bn into the Fourier series, so that will gives you the required Fourier series expansion of a x by 2. Whatever that x by 2 they are given, for that we need to find a Fourier series. So now this given, the detailed calculation is given. I just take to compute a naught first. So a naught is, it is 2 by t. What is t? T is given, right? It is 2 pi. So 2 by 2 pi. So integration c. C value is, it is, just take this comparison. C is 0. 0 to 2. The c plus t is again 2 pi, right? C plus t, 0 plus 2 pi is 2 pi. F of x, what is f of x is given? F of x is x by 2 into dx. So just I didn't do anything, whatever it is given I have noted that, and I remember this Fourier series. If you have to remember this Fourier series, with that just given information I put into that equations, and I am going to do simple simplification. So then I'll do the simple integrations. Okay, so this is, we have 2 by 2 cancelled, and x by 2 is 1 by 2 is constant. We can take it outside this integration, so that is equal to 1 by 2 pi. If you take this 1 by 2 into x, if we take into outside the integration, so this becomes 1 by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi x into dx. So everyone knows it's a simple integration. So that is 1 by 2 pi integration of x. So it's simply x square by 2, limits from 0 to 2 pi. This is a definite integrals. So we have to do the definite integrals from the limit, whatever the limit they are given. So that becomes simply, so simple integrations here it involved. So now I can take this 1 by 2 is again outside that, so this becomes 1 by 4 pi. So I'm taking this 2 to the outside. So this is 2 into 2, 4. Okay. So that becomes upper limit, that is 2 pi square upper limit minus lower limit 0 square. So that finally reduces to 1 by 4 pi. So 2 pi square is 4 pi square and 0, that becomes 4 get cancelled. So this 4 is cancelled and pi square 1 pi and 1 pi get cancelled. So that results pi. So we have a naught value is pi. So this is a naught value. We got a naught equal to pi. So the same steps we have given in the notes, it is explained in detail. You can follow this similar way. So wherever we put cross line, so that indicates it is cancelled. Wherever put in the calculation cross line, you have to cancel. So we are not putting a cross line, is a dashed line we have given. So that is the indication. I hope you can do the simple integrations. It's not that it is not a complicated integrations. We will not take complicated integration also. We only consider simple function. So any doubt in the calculation of a naught? I hope everyone you can easily follow this. Okay, it seems no doubt in the calculation of a naught. So now we got a naught value as pi. So I'll erase this, all these calculations. So we got a naught as pi. So note down that a naught. Next we need to find an. So what is that an? So an is equal to, sorry, an equals 2 by t integration c to c plus t f of x into cos 2n pi x by t into dx. So we notice that t value is 2 pi, so 2 by 2 pi, and c is 0, so 0 plus 2 pi is 2 pi, 0 integration from 0 to 2 pi. F of x value is x by 2 cos 2n pi x by 2 pi, t value is 2 pi into dx. So 2 pi, so 1 by 2 cancelled. Okay, so this 2 get cancelled, 2 pi by 2 pi cancelled, and I can take this constant to outside the integration. So that becomes, so that is equal to, so 1 by 2 pi, so 2 get cancelled, 2 comes outside the integration from 0 to 2 pi. So we have x term here, and after simplification we get nx, only nx into dx. So here n is running from 1, 2, 3 and so on, right? So we have n values. So now, so just recollect that we have the relation, I mean we have a simple integration formula, integration of uv. So what is that integration of uv? So if it is a first function and second function by parts rule, I hope everyone remember this is we called as by parts rule. So that is first function into integration of second function minus derivative of first function into integration of second function plus derivative of first function and integration of, sorry, this is, I'll represent this with 2, 3 minus and so on, minus u triple prime v4 plus and so on. So that means here suffix is the integration, whatever suffix 1, 2, 3, 4 are nothing but integration, one time integration, two time integrations, like that. And superscript, so that superscript prime notation, in the note we denote it as prime notation, it is derivatives, okay. So you are differentiating that function. So this process of integration, the by parts rule, we also called as Leibniz rule. This is also known as Leibniz rule. Okay, I hope you remember this. If you are not remember, please note this by parts rule. So it is simply, or I can write this as u into integration from c to c plus t of v into dx minus derivative du by dx into integration c to c plus t into integration v into dx. Okay, so likewise into dx plus and so on. So likewise it will goes. Okay, so this is by parts rule, you have to remember. So now using this rule, so we will integrate this function. So we have product of two functions arises here. One is x, the other one is cos nx. So this process is, I mean the by parts rule, this process continues till the derivatives become 0. So this process continues till the derivative becomes 0. So at some finite derivatives it will become 0. So then onwards everything will be 0, right? So suppose if the if the second derivative of a u is constant, then third derivative is 0. So 0 into anything is again 0. So we can stop up to wherever the constant appears for the first function. It can based on the choice of the function, the derivative, which function you will take as a derivatives. So with that I will do the integrations. So that is 1 by 2 pi, put a bracket. So first function is x, and integration of cos, I'll write this 0 to 2 pi into cos nx into dx minus derivative of x dx by dx into integration 0 to 2 pi, again integration of cos nx into dx into dx. Then since so plus and so on, this is actually we have to do. So that is simplified this equation. So this gives 1 by pi So 1 by 2 pi. So 1 by 2 pi 1 over 2 pi into x. What is the integration of cos nx? It is sin nx by sin nx by n. Limits from 0 to 2 pi minus derivative of x with respect to x is 1. So that is the derivative. This is 1. Okay. And then in minus integration 0 to 2 pi. So integration of cos nx is again, it is known here, that is sin nx by n into dx, and plus 0 because derivative of 1 is 0. Okay, so now, so I'll erase this first definition simply. I don't want this definition because you have noted all these things. So now, so after this we get, so that is an equals 1 by 2 pi into x. So upper limit is 2 pi. So 2 pi into sin n into 2 pi divided by n minus lower limit 0 into anything. So 0. Then we have a negative sign. So minus of, so 1 by n is constant. So that 1 by n I can take outside. I can write it as 1 by n into integration of sine. What is integration of sine? It is minus cos nx divided by n. So the limits is from 0 to 2 pi. So I'll put 2 brackets. Okay, so this simplification will give 1 by 2 pi into, so what is sine 2n pi? So please note these results. Sine n pi is always 0 for all n, for all integer n, for all integer n. So that means this also nothing but sine 2n pi. So sine 2n pi. So here even multiples, if I take n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even 0, even multiples, here it is both 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. In all the cases sine is always 0. This results you have to remember. What about another results? Cos n pi. So if it is cos n pi, what is this value? It has a 2 values, right? So what is cos 1 pi, cos 3 pi, cos 5 pi when n is odd? Cos pi. So we have a minus 1. So when n is odd, or simply I can write it as, okay, when n is even we have plus 1. N is even, or we can simply write this as minus 1 power n. It is minus 1 power n usually. So when n is even, definitely you will get cos 0. When n is 0, cos 0 it is 1 plus 1. Minus 1 power 0 is 1. And when n is odd, so this is what the result of cos n pi. I hope you are noting, you are writing this result. So these are, I'll just in the next when the terms comes, just write cos n pi is minus 1 power n. So what is cos 2n pi? So in that case cos 2n pi is always plus 1. Okay, so I'll delete this Bernoulli-Leibniz rule. So these results are very, very important. This will be repeatedly coming in the calculation. This by parts rule, cos n pi, sin n pi, cos 2 pi, all these terms will repeatedly appear in the next calculations. Okay, so cos 2 pi is always plus 1, cos 2n pi, sorry, whatever the cos 2n pi, because 2n, when it comes to n, whatever it is n, it becomes an even. So this is always 1, cos 2n pi. And now the other terms are sin n pi by 2. So here if n is even, so it has a different results. When n is even number, so that becomes 0 always. Sin n pi is 0 if n is even, and then it is minus 1 power n if n is odd. So that means if actually this is this result, if n is equal to 1, sin pi by 2, this is always minus 1 power n plus 1. When n is equal to 1, sin pi by 2 is 1, and if n is equal to 3, sin 3 pi by 2 is, so this is okay, so something is, it not gives you the proper. So again this is n plus 1 by 2, right? So we have, if n is equal to, even it is odd, the result is not always minus 1. So it is a minus 1 plus 1. So 2n plus 1 by 2. So sorry, n plus 1, n is, sorry, so this is a result for sine functions. It vary with odd, even in odd terms it vary with minus 1 plus 1. So this results actually sin n pi by 2 will have different results. Okay, so I request you to remember these results. Now we got we need to compute an. So an is, so this an is, since sin 2n pi, this is 0, so that result becomes 0, 0, minus into minus plus 1 by n square, and we have cos n, so upper limit cos 2n pi minus cos 0, so cos 0, so cos 0 is 1, this is 1, and 2n pi is again plus 1, so 1 minus 1, 0, so we get an is 0, an is 0, so that is what we get an. Okay, I hope you have done the calculation before completing. I mean, you are faster than me. Okay, next one is I need to compute bn. So that bn is, it is nothing but, it is given as bn is equal to 2 by t into integration c to c plus d f of x into sin n 2n pi x. So let me take that sin, sorry, bn. So bn, therefore bn is equal to 2 by t integration c to c plus d f of x into sin 2n pi x by t into dx. So here 2 by 2 pi into integration 0 to 2 pi, c is 0, f of x is x by 2 into sin 2n pi x by 2 pi into dx. So again we have some terms we can cancel, so that is 2 by 2 get cancelled and 2 pi by 2 pi cancelled. So I can take this by 2 outside the integration. So this will reduce us to bn is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi x into sin nx dx. Okay, so sin nx, again first product of by parts rule we need to apply. So by part rule is 1 by 2 pi the first function into integration of second function. So integration of sin is minus cos nx by n limits from 0 to 2 pi minus derivative of x is 1 into integration of cos. So here no need to write continuously each term integration and differentiation. I have the integration of previous term, so I can just integrate that once again. So what is integration of cos? So this I will put in the bracket. We have minus 1 by n, this is constant, minus 1 by n, I can take it out, and integration of cos is sin, so plus sin nx by n limits from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so all this bn becomes is equal to 1 by 2 pi. Now apply the limit. When x is equal to 2 pi upper limit, we get cos 2n pi. Cos 2n pi is 1. So x is equal to 2 pi with negative sign. So minus 2 pi by n. Minus 2 pi by n. Whereas a lower limit, if you put lower limit, cos 0 is 1, whereas x is equal to 0, so that becomes 0. Lower limit is 0. So I can put it as plus 0 because minus sign we have. Then minus into minus. So you multiply this to minus into minus, it is plus 1 by n square, n into n square. And if you put upper limit that is, if you put upper limit, we get sin 2n pi minus sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. Okay, so after simplify we get 1 by 2 pi minus 2 pi by n plus sin 2n pi is 0. So we get 0. So the complete result is 2 pi get cancelled. We have minus 1 by n. So here n is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So that is the bn. So therefore bn is equal to, we get finally bn is minus 1 by n. So substitute all these values a0, an and bn. So we got a0 as pi, an 0 and bn as minus 1 over n. So that will gives you the Fourier series of a function x by 2 in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so that series is, we get So we get just a naught is 0 and bn is minus 1 by n. So we get right Fourier series. So f of x is x by 2 equals a naught is pi by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an is 0 plus summation n from 1 to infinity bn is minus 1 by n into sine 2n pi x by 2 pi. Simplify this, we get pi by 2 plus, so we have a negative sign, so that is because this second term is 0, so negative sign minus summation n from 1 to infinity sine n x. So this 2 pi get cancelled, divided by n. So this is the series. So if you expand this, you get pi by 2 minus of sine x plus plus sine 2x by 2 plus sine 3x by 3 plus and so on. So this is the Fourier series of x by 2 in the interval 0 to 2 pi. I hope you got this series. I think yeah. So this is the Fourier series of x by 2. So that is pi by 2 minus sin x plus sin 2x by 2 plus sin 3x by 3 and so on. Any doubt in this calculation? So we have given so many problems, list of problems, so we have worked out the examples also. I will take one by one in the next classes. So any doubt in this problem? Okay, no doubt it seems. So today we have only 36 members present, 35 actually. Okay, I hope you received this file and work out these examples. If you have any doubt, you can discuss in the class. I'll also do this, I'll also explain how we get all these results.